that other pedophile. The other pedophile is the guy that was abusing all of these young girls, gymnasts and things. Nassar, is his name Nassar? But absolutely saying that Trump is just as much a pedophile as they are. And then there's another one that came out that's, oh my Lord, a limo driver that said he drove Trump and he wanted to pull over and pull him out of the car, just beat the hell out of him because he was talking about abusing some young girl. He said the guy who was on the phone was Jeffrey. And he said it was sick. So I think that either they've got somebody really incompetent or somebody that just is, this needs to come out and they're leaking it, or Pam Bondi knows that if this stuff doesn't start coming out, that her ass is grass. So, things are starting to come out. Now, apparently, Trump is saying, I wonder if I should resign. I think we all think he should resign. Because no matter what he does, everything is pointing at him now. They've also brought a case against him for putting his name on the memorial building for JFK and putting his name first. So yeah, he's out there with his narcissistic crap, wants his name everywhere. He has this building, he has that building. Now, a lot of people paid him money to put his name on their building, but I think all of that's going to be rescinded. There have been some that already stripped his name from it. But I think with all this stuff coming out now, all the ones that paid him to have the name on it are going to take those names off. And like I said, you know, with his wanting to build big battleships so he can have his name on it and look like he's tough, that's not going to happen. They're not going to throw that money away on that. The building of his big, beautiful ballroom is stalled. That's not going to happen. I think what happens is they will rebuild. I should do a reading on that later. I think they will rebuild it to have the accommodations for the first ladies. You know, because women are dispensable, so get rid of that. Throw that away. So I think that will probably be rebuilt. And all the stuff that this fool has done is going to be rescinded. And when they get in there and see the finances of the government, they are going to be shocked at what's gone. Because they have been stealing money right and left. Bankrupting everything. He's bankrupted businesses. Why is he not going to try to bankrupt America? Okay. So yeah, if he were smart, he would resign. opens his mouth, he sticks his foot in it and he's digging a deeper hole. Okay? So like I said, people were so worried, oh, what are we going to do 4 years of it? No, he's not going to be there 4 years. He's not going to be there for long. I don't think he'll even make it to midterms. Because what's coming out now, and of course they're trying to lie, deny, spin, point the finger at somewhere else, that all the stuff that's coming out now, it's all lies, it was all made up, it was all just put out there to hurt Trump. They were, because the elections were coming up. Yeah, nonsense crap. Because none of that was coming out anywhere. So people were going to put out false reports for something that wasn't being seen anywhere. Yeah, no. So their lie, deny, spin, point the finger is not going to work. And more is coming out. And there is more to come out. They haven't even started to touch on the monetary stuff yet. But there's going to be a lot of dirty stuff with monetary things. Collusion, all sorts of more stuff is coming out. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, he's been a criminal his whole life. He's been running a criminal organization for a long time. I think he wants to be in competition with the mafia, thinking that he could do a better job. And he's run it like a mafia. And he wants to act like he's a mafia boss. And apparently one of the young girls that said that he raped her was found with her head blown off. Yeah, she was murdered. Just like Epstein was murdered. Just like Ivana was murdered. Of course, Trump doesn't do it himself. He has someone else do it. But make no mistake, he's behind it. I 100% feel that he is behind all of those murders. That were accidents. Okay. That were just so conveniently timed. Yeah. But that rat has his tail caught in a trap. And it's painful. And he can't get out of it. Wherever he goes, that trap is going to stay on his tail. And he can't shake it off, and there's nobody that's going to take that trap off of him. So on that note, I'll leave that here, but I won't be surprised at anything that comes out. Okay? There is so much more he's involved with behind the the scenes murders, money laundering, sexual predatory, his crimes are endless. And the more this comes out, the more it's going to affect his health. Like I said, his dementia, today I did that reading and it's getting worse and worse day by day. And he's in the same loop of saying the same crap and fantasy notions and thinking that people are going to eat it up and believe it. Because nobody surrounding him is telling him the truth of how this is going. They all pat him on the back and say, "Fabulous job, President," because he's explosive. Everybody's walking on eggshells around him. They're supposed to make this go away. And it's not going to go away. And no amount of his cajoling or threats is going to make it go away. And the truth of just how ugly he truly is going to come out. People now regret voted for that idiot that were taken in by his lies. And the more that this comes out, he best be watching his back. I did that reading before. If somebody takes him out, it'll be a Megatonian that'll take him out. Either that or some Black Ops thing will happen, which I'm surprised it hasn't yet, that the government hasn't behind the scenes set up someone to take him out. I'm very surprised at that. Him and Hog's Breath. I'm surprised that there hasn't been a Black Ops thing done beneath the surface to take them out. His name on the Kennedy Center, like someone else said, the battleships are when somebody's passed. That could be arranged, I think, and I'm sure there are a lot of them behind the scenes that are sort of considering it. Just saying. Because he is really becoming so toxic. Okay. Only out in one way is if he were taken out. Now I think they're behind Charlie Kirk being taken out too, because all of a sudden Kirk was starting to say things that were against the regime. He all of a sudden started to become unpopular was starting to open his mouth about things that they didn't want him opening his mouth about. And I think what happened with Kirk, it wasn't just this one guy that was involved in it. Too many inconsistencies with that. Somebody else was involved in this. So on that note, I should maybe not say too much more. But those are the things that I see, I'm feeling. And like I said, he's becoming, if I tune into his energy, I just feel it's like, you know, inside it's like shaking, like, yeah, he doesn't know which way to turn anymore. He may try to present a cool exterior, but inwardly he is just, you know, it's like a clock that's been wound too tight and the spring is like, you know, and his mind is not working right anymore. Same mental loop. That he can't think his way out of. He's stuck on this repeating cycle. Blood pressure is definitely starting to skyrocket. And then, like I said, with that dementia, and he's having these occlusions starting to take place in his brain, that pressure in the system, yeah, not good. He's probably going to start having a lot of migraines and things as well because of the increased pressure. So a stroke may be pretty imminent if this pressure keeps continuing to build. Anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here. I've gone on way too long. I hope everyone's having a good Christmas. I know someone that's not. I'm sure Melanoma's not having a great Christmas either. That video that they're putting out about her looks to be absolutely ignorant. There's nothing of interest about her. Detestable. And once Trump is gone, her influence anywhere is gone. She's got no cachet for anything. Neither do his kids. Once Trump is gone, the whole thing is just going to fizzle and implode. Eric, Don Jr., the rest of them are just going to all just fizzle out. Don Jr. will probably wind up with the drugs. These already should be in some severe drug program. this fizzles out, I think his drug use is going to get even worse, and he's just going to implode. Because the only reason these ones have any sort of cachet anywhere is because of their father being president and their ability to get to him. Other than that, the whole Trump clan is going to fizzle out. Anyway, that's the way that I'm feeling the energy behind this stuff as it's working. And he's going to go down in history as the most corrupt, ignorant, sociopathic narcissist in history. He'll be right up there with Caesar. We know what happened to Caesar when he wanted to sit on the pedestal.